Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and today I just want to talk about Duviri and sort of give my thoughts on the update now that it's been out for a while and I've had plenty of time to play it. Also, I'm terribly sorry if you can hear a fan in the background, but unfortunately it is the only thing that's preventing me from melting at the moment. So the Paradox was a bit of a roller coaster for me. I wasn't excited at all when they first announced it because I'm not too big into drifter/operator stuff, so I never really understood the hype for it. I was just like, yeah, it looks cool, I guess. But that was about it. I was not feeling it at all. You do have to remember though, the first few trailers and announcements for Duviri were very different from what we actually ended up getting. To me it was very Kojima-esque, I guess, with this raggedy old drifter and his horse just having an adventure on this weird open world with no Warframe stuff. Basically it didn't look like Warframe, is what I'm trying to say. But then as time moved on and we were getting ready for the release of Duviri and they actually started showing us some of the mechanics, I actually got pretty excited because a lot of them looked very cool. And then the release happened. Now I'm usually pretty lucky when it comes to dodging bugs on release because there are always bugs on release, but this time around I caught the full force of them. It started off with a bug that was pretty funny because at some point during the quest, my operator, or drifter rather, decided that he's just gonna ragdoll the second he's on screen, so I basically spent the entire quest line rolling on the floor. But then it took a slightly less fun turn when I went into the circuit and ran into basically every bug you can imagine. Whether it be host migration, objectives not spawning, objectives not triggering, objectives not finishing, so we would be stuck in a stage of the circuit and couldn't advance forward, losing all the resources and progress even though we finished and extracted, being stuck in the open world drifter mode, which was at least kind of fun because I could fly around in the undercroft on my cave, enemies spawning under the ground, just everything you can imagine I had a problem with. Multiple times I had to fight tooth and nail to get the first few Incarnons. I really don't want to undersell just how terrible it was at the start for me. Like 9 out of 10 circuits that I would start, I would not be able to finish. This is actually the main reason why this video is so late, because I will usually do it 1 or 2 weeks after the update, but every time I tried to make this video in the past, it just devolved into a massive circuit rant. Now, before someone says, you know, it's okay, it happens, and they tried their best and they fixed it now, everything works, it's not okay. It was an embarrassing amount of bugs to release with an update. I mean, there was a period of time there where you couldn't go past zone, I wanna say 4, I don't remember anymore, because if you did, you just get stuck in the circuit every single time, and it was like that for everybody. But anyway, let's talk about something else because I'm just gonna get angry again. So overall, I like the Duviri update, though there is one thing that I just do not understand, and that's the drifter melee system. Especially if you consider the fact that the Paradox is an alternate start for new players. It's basically their tutorial if they choose to start in the Paradox rather than on the star chart. So why is there a combat system in this tutorial that doesn't exist anywhere else? And also, can it be implemented anywhere else in the game? Not successfully anyway, it's not like Necromex. If you try to melee a level 100 bombard on the star chart with your drifter, they'll blow your head off, put it on the end of a stick and use you as a broom. So why? It's not like the melee system is more fun than the melee system we have, because it's slow, it's clumsy, and the only reason it's bearable is because you can pick up a lot of decrease and one-shot everything. The only reason it's there is so that we can have a melee system in Duviri without butchering everything with our Warframe's melee system. So yeah, that's just the one thing I don't understand about Duviri. Everything else though is pretty damn good. I absolutely love the circuit and I love the way they implemented the Incarnon system. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I still very much enjoy jumping into the circuit once or twice a week to get another Incarnon adapter. It's a fun game mode that fits Warframe really well. I think these short bursty missions that rotate and the decrease shake it up more than enough to where it feels different to doing other stuff in the game. I am not the biggest fan of the completely random gear because sometimes you just get a setup that's almost impossible to make work in Steel Path, but overall I really like the circuit game mode. I'm also extremely happy with the implementation, or the expansion rather, of the Incarnon system. It is in my opinion a damn near perfect system that revitalizes old weapons and gives us more fun stuff to play with. So the circuit as a whole, now that it actually works, fantastic. Thumbs up. And now let's talk a little bit about the open world. This is the part of the update that I was most skeptical about as we were approaching the release of Duviri. And you know what? I actually like it more than I thought I would. Sometimes I even get annoyed if I have to go back into the undercroft because I would much rather be on the surface and do stuff there. Because while I'm not the biggest fan of the drifter melee system, once you get a few decrees you can basically one-shot everything, so it doesn't really matter. and at that point you can just run around, explore, do resources, objectives, whatever you want. I don't like it as much as the other open world, so Plains, Orb Valleys and Deimos, because I can actually use my Warframe in there full time in this game called Warframe that I play to be a Warframe. But it is, as I've said already, better than I expected it to be. I actually do have fun when I jump in there every now and then. With my favorite thing about the open world being the Autoworm boss fight. I think the Autoworm boss fight is very cool, both as a spectacle and in terms of mechanics. I actually kind of like the mechanics of the fight. So all in all, I enjoyed the Duviri paradox far more than I thought I would, and I'm kind of excited to see what other stuff they'll add to it. But anyway, I think I've been blabbering for long enough, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, please let me know what you thought about the Duviri paradox update in the comment section down below, and if you'd like to support the channel you can check out the memberships and stuff down below as well. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.